Yeah. Sit down, me and Justin, yeah, we do it like that. Father and son time, welcome to BoltCap. Talking Chargers football, every week we locked in. Real talk only, you know how we walk in. Passion in the room and the love's on high. Sharing all the stories as the season fly by. 25 years deep, my son know the game. Proud just to hear him speak the Chargers name. BoltCap is the vibe when we roll.
Hello and welcome to my version of BoltCap, where me and my son Justin, we do a quick recap of the game today between the Chargers and the Raiders. Before I get started, I want to make sure I ask you guys, you like, share, and subscribe to this podcast to continue to get good content. It was a great day in terms of getting a win as the Chargers knock off the Raiders 31-14. And before me and my son get started with how he saw everything, I want to go over notes that I write down throughout the game. In particular, the first half, the Chargers came out swinging with that first drive. They scored early. They looked like they was locked in today, but, you know, everything kind of shifted when Justin went down on that tackle. It looked like, from what it appeared, like a dislocated finger. He went to the locker room. He missed a drive. He came back in, but you could see right away it was bothering him a little bit. He couldn't close his left hand. He had this big glove to protect his hand. And even when he was handing the ball off with his right hand, it was a struggle because normally that's a left hand exchange. The momentum really swung. He threw a pick. The defense came right back with one of their own. Instead of kicking the field goal on fourth down to go up 10-0, which I was in favor of, the staff decided to go for it, and it got stopped. That kind of changed the whole tone of that first half. But, you know, they go into halftime, you know, at 7-7. And honestly, it shouldn't have been tied at all. But there were too many missed assignments. The communication was all over the place early on, and they kept letting Bowers run wide open in that zone defense. And even special teams coughed one up, but just poor coaching decisions and a lack of discipline across the board in the first half. But despite of how the game went, it got off to kind of a sloppy start after that first touchdown drive. But I would say this, I'm happy with a win. It's hard to win in the National Football League, and I'm glad to get a win. The Chargers are still undefeated in the AFC West. They picked up their 7th conference win of the season. Out of their 8 wins, 7 of them came in the conference. So they hold multiple tiebreakers against a lot of teams. So as inconsistent as the performance was at times, the playoff position is still pretty much in their favor. So, Justin, we're 8-4. Currently, the 5th seed is New England, Denver, and Jacksonville, and Baltimore in front of us. Houston, Pittsburgh, Kansas City, and Miami is in the hunt. However, Houston, Pittsburgh, and Kansas City are still dangerous teams. So tell me how you saw the game going. Give me a brief rundown of what you saw in the first half.
In that first half, I saw a lot of uncomplimentary football. We wasn't playing together. We wasn't helping each other because we know we don't got Slater. We don't got O. We know the line is makeshift O-line is real banged up. Guys got to get open. Lad McConkey, Keenan Allen, Trey Harris, Aronde Gadsden, like they had a rough job getting open today. The Raiders played primarily man coverage the entire game.
Yeah.
And that's where I feel like our strong suit is. If you're going to play man coverage against us when we got Keenan and Ladd, we love that. That's where we should thrive.
Right.
So we know we don't get a lot of time, but when we do, guys got to get open. Greg Roman isn't making the job of Justin Herbert any easier because the play calling is up and down. It's really inconsistent. He'll call one really good drive, and then the next drive you'll question, like, what are you doing? There was multiple plays in the first half where Herbert, being who he is, trying to make a play, tries to fit a ball into basically no space because the play call has 3 Charger wide receivers in the same vicinity. It doesn't make sense. It's not making his job any easier. Trying to dial up deep plays, knowing that we don't have a lot of time. We've seen it all season. Justin Herbert has no time. That's our season. So why dial up deep plays knowing that we don't have time when we haven't got anything going offensively? And then especially after Trey Lance came in, we was doing a good job of running the ball. Herbert comes back in. All of a sudden, you try to be so pass heavy. We just saw Herbert has a giant glove on his hand. Why not continue to run the ball, make his life easier, especially knowing that he can't get under center?
Yeah.
So it wasn't a lot of complimentary football. That first half had me worried because going into halftime, 7-7, which should have been at least 10-7 because Justin Herbert did throw the interception in the red zone.
Yeah.
But going forward on 4th and inches, handing the ball off in shotgun because your quarterback can't go under center. To me, that's not smart football. It doesn't make sense to me. You should have at least taken the 3. Should have been 10-7 going into halftime. All in all, we got it together. Just that first half was really shaky.
But they did get it together in the second half. They held Geno Smith to just 165 passing yards. They held Genty to 31 yards, all 15 carries on the ground. And can't say enough about Kamani Vidal. He had 126 yards rushing. This guy has come up huge in the absence of Amari and Hampton. Even Patterson added 54 more yards on 11 carries. So it was a little stinker in the first half, but the second half, they got back to playing complimentary football. This is what we expect from the Chargers because Philly coming into town next Sunday, and you can't play one good half and one bad half. Philly is, I think they done lost 2 in a row, I believe now. So they're going to come in looking to try to get back on track. There seem to be some issues with A.J. Brown and Hurts, and even Saquon Barkley hasn't looked the same this year. So they got their work cut out for them. And look, I was worried the first half like you were in that game against the Raiders because I know we got to be better to pull out at least 2 more wins down this stretch the next 5 games. But if they can play close to the way they played in the second half, like they played tonight, they'll have a chance against Philly. But Kamani Vidal, what do you think about Kamani's performance tonight?
I love Kamani's performance. He's been really good. And when Hampton went down, I felt like we weren't going to get anything from the run game.
Yeah.
But Kamani he lit a fire under the run game. We found a gem. Because, we drafted him. We knew he had something, but he never really got a chance. Mm-hmm. This was his opportunity. This was your backfield. He balled out. He got his opportunity. He never looked back. He's been really good for us, and that's something that we needed bad because with no run game, the way this offensive line is, the way our offense as a whole is, it would have been really bad. So he's given us everything we could have asked for and more.
Let's talk a little bit about Justin Herbert. Justin gutted it out. After getting that hand injury, I was kind of worried, and a little character to him, too. You know, he got a little swag. But I was wondering what was going on because he completed that first down pass to Quentin Johnston. And after that happened, next thing you know, he's looking at the ref like, where's the flag? And then the ref throws the flag. And then when they showed the replay, we got to see what actually happened. And you got a little bit of Phillip Rivers in him when he yelled in the ear of Matt Crosby. Whatever he said, it caused Max Crosby to push to the ground, and we got another 15 yards. And then he did that rifle signal. So I like that kind of swag, and I like to see that more often. But he gutted it out. Our quarterback, man, he fight through injuries, and I was wondering, was he going to be able to get back in the game? And let's speak of the defense. How good has Tuli Tuipulotu been?
Tuli, he's been great because obviously not having Bosa, you wonder what we're going to get from that other side with of Khalil Mack. Mm-hmm. Tuli, the first couple games he was shaky, he was up and down, but once he really, after that Giants game where he had I believe 4 sacks, once he had that game, he's been rolling on fire. Mm-hmm. And he's never stopped. Like, he's been really good for us, and now we have that because when we had Joey Bosa, we had the 1-2 punch with him and Khalil. Now Tuli has grown into that. I believe in it allows him to not only have success in the pass rush, but now he's becoming a really good run defender. Yeah. And he's setting the edge. He's making plays in the run. He's getting tackles for loss. So I believe Tuli, him and Khalil, they can be great this season. I really do.
Yeah. I think they can be too. And the defensive tackles is doing a good job. T.F. Tart, can't say enough about him. Sean Hand, the defensive line has gotten a lot better since Deshaun Hand has been back there. Yeah. And even Justin Boykby is quietly having a good season too. To go into the season with the high expectations that we had, losing Joe Alt, as good as he is, losing Rashawn Slater, having Mekhi Becton in and out of the lineup most of the season because of injury. I know people get tired of talking about, or get tired of me talking about injuries, but we do have to talk about injuries because that plays a big part in why the team can't be the type of offense that they originally wanted to run. So you lose all of those guys. You lose Najee Harris. You lose Amarian Hampton. And you get complimentary guys coming in on offense, and they're doing the best they can. And I thought Hart was going to start at right tackle. He didn't. It was Pipkins there. The offensive line is doing the best that they can. You know, these guys, other than injury, they would have never seen the field. So there's times where it's going to look ugly sometime, and Justin Herbert going to take some hits, and we're going to cuss and fuss at the TV screen. But them guys out there is doing the best that they can. But with all that being said, and with all of the injuries that they've had, the fact that we're 8-4 with the 5th seed right now, playing a huge game in December against the Philadelphia Eagles with a chance to really make a statement next week and go to 9-4, you got to be happy as a Charger fan when you consider all of the subtractions we had due to injury, and to see where we at now. It is a testament to Jim Harbaugh, because after all, this is what we expected, right?
Yeah, this is what we expected from Jim Harbaugh, because
Right.
I mean, we needed a coach that was gonna build an identity. I mean, before Harbaugh, we was playing around with all these other coaches, but we needed someone who was gonna instill a physical identity, because we've never really had that for a very long time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Harbaugh bringing in his guys, bringing in Greg, bringing in Jesse Minner. We may not like Greg Roman, but one thing he is stern about is running the ball down your throat. He's going to do it. That's what makes Greg Roman Greg Roman.
This is true.
So Jim Harbaugh bringing in his guys and building an identity. That was the biggest thing we need, because you can't go anywhere. You can't be anything in this league without having an identity first. And that's what Jim Harbaugh did, bringing in his guys. Yeah, like I said, we may not like Greg Roman. We may have our problems about Jesse Minner, but we wouldn't be 8-4 without this coaching staff.
This is true. This is
with all these injuries and problems that we have, and we complain about it a lot, but they did the best they could with what they have right now at their disposal.
Right. That's right. Yep. Well, look, we're gonna finish up with a question that I want to throw to you. Mm-hmm. I'll address it more when I do the podcast tomorrow, but I want to kick this one to you right now. With the Chargers staying undefeated in the AFC West, I can't tell you how huge that really is. If you're going to make a playoff push, that is so important, because you got such an advantage over so many other teams, and so many tiebreakers go your way. So with the Chargers undefeated in the AFC West and still stacking up conference, because we 7-1 in the conference, in the AFC conference, what does this victory tell you about their playoff outlook? What does that tell you, considering you got Philly coming into town? Mm-hmm. Then you got 3 tough road games with Chiefs, Cowboys, and Texans, and then you finish at home with the Denver Broncos.
I believe that we're still going to make the playoffs. Like you said, being undefeated in division is huge.
Yeah.
We got some tough games ahead of us. We do. And you can't, like I said, we were going to handle the Raiders. I knew we was. But you can't say that about any other game. Like, every other game is a toss-up.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's going to be difficult. We're going to make the playoffs. This team, if anything, it's going to fight. No matter what injuries we dealt with, we have a team that's going to go out there and put their best foot forward every time. So I will say, if we, like this, the way we played in the second half against the Raiders, especially on the defensive side, if we could play like that for this stretch and be aggressive, I believe that our playoff hopes, they're high. Because look, we're 8-4. We need, at the very least, we need 2 wins.
Absolutely.
Very least. I can see us getting 2 wins and getting into this playoffs. And when it comes down to
coming against, if you had to take a guess. And I want to make one before you go. I want to make one correction. I did say Philly coming into town. We on the road against Kansas City and Dallas, but then we back home for the Houston Texans. I mentioned that Texans on the road. We home for the Texans and then back in Denver for the last game. But go ahead, answer.
If I had to say, because we could win more than 2, but if I had to say we can win 2 games, I do think they'll be divisional opponents. I think it'll be
the Chiefs and the Denver Broncos.
Yes, I do.
Which means we will go undefeated in division this year.
Yeah, because we know them better than any other team.
Absolutely,
We
yes.
we know it's gonna be tough. I'm not saying we're gonna blow them out.
Yeah, I get the
But
logic
look,
behind it.
we see these teams twice a year. We know the Chiefs and the Chiefs know us.
Right,
We know the Broncos and the Broncos know us.
right.
Those are our best two chances of I think we can beat the Eagles, but if I had to say 2 wins, I'll give us our division, the Chiefs and the Broncos. Maybe it's the confidence in me after winning, but the defense that showed up in the second half against the Raiders, because the problem with Jesse Minter is he likes to play the soft zone defense.
And
And it's not
Hurts got a short game.
and Hurts would love to carve up
Yep.
a zone defense.
Yep.
The adjustment that was made in the second half was be aggressive. We got the guys. Send Derwin. It doesn't matter if Derwin is picked up or not. Send Derwin. Be aggressive. You don't always have to just send Derwin. You can send anybody, but my point is to play aggressive. You're sitting back in zone and letting them get whatever they want. You're saying, okay, we'll give this to you, but that's what they want. They're going to take anything you'll give. Stop playing zone so much, especially against the Eagles, because Jalen Hurts will carve you up. Everyone has their problems with Jalen Hurts this season and saying how he looks, but I guarantee if you go out and try to play that zone defense, you're gonna make him look like a top 5 quarterback.
Yeah.
Play aggressive, get after Jalen Hurts. Don't be afraid. That's the defense I feel like we've been playing this year. Like we're scared. Like we're scared to get beat deep. Play man. Send the blitz at Jalen Hurts. Get aggressive. Get after him. Get after Saquon, because that's the best chance you give yourself.
Yeah.
Sitting back in zone and saying, all right, we'll just give them this. That's what they'll take that all day long, and you will play yourself out the game. We're 8-4, and we got Hampton coming back.
That's right.
And you can't tell me with a Jim Harbaugh led team that we're gonna at 8-4 miss the playoffs and have some sort of crumbling into the season. We're gonna get in the playoffs, and with a Jim Harbaugh led team, anything is. Everybody knows when you get in the playoffs, anything is possible. You got Harbaugh and you got Herbert. We're gonna make some noise when we get there. Not if, but when we get there. We still got reinforcements. Like I said, when we get Hampton back, that's a huge weapon. Yeah. So I think we still got a lot to look forward to. And when it comes to the playoffs, when we get there, we're gonna make some noise.
I like that. I like the sound of that. And I believe that too. Look, this is why Harbaugh gets paid all the money. This is the reason that we were so excited about having Jim Harbaugh here for moments like this. So now we're here in this moment, and it doesn't matter about all the injuries and all that, because nobody really cares about that. Hey, the Buffalo Bills went into Pittsburgh and knocked off the Steelers, and they didn't have their 2 tackles either. So we can't complain about injuries. We got to go out there and handle business. So thank you guys for checking out BoltCap, and we're going to go have our victory drink, because we didn't have our victory drink yet. Anything you want to just close out real quick?
I don't got much to say. Just Raiders, y'all going to have to hold that till next year. We swept y'all. Y'all going to have to hold that till next year.
Again. We swept them last year too. So
again.
You swept them again.
Wait till next year. Maybe you'll get it next year, but I don't think you will. Other than that, bolt up.
Bolt up. Hey, listen, thanks. Like, share, subscribe to get this good content. Hey, listen, y'all, give some grace a little bit in the comment section. I know that you see what I see, and I know the offensive line struggles and the running game struggles without Amarian and all that. I get all of that, but give them some grace, man, because they're winning. Good podcast, Justin. Let's go get that victory. I'll see you tomorrow. Justin will see y'all next Sunday on BoltCap, and hopefully that's a big victory at the Philadelphia Eagles.
Passion in the room and the love's on high. Sharing all the stories as the season fly by. 25 years deep, my son know the game. Proud just to hear him speak the charges.